新年快乐 and hello everyone. Welcome to our brand new episode. I am Moses and this is Waina.
Hi.
Hey Waina, I'm actually feeling stoked and excited to share that there will be two new upcoming launches located in Tampines.
Yeah, that's right. These two condos are up and coming and located at Tampines North, super near to each other. But do you know that one of them is actually an EC?
Yes, in fact, this EC is actually called Aurelle at Tampines. So why not? With today's budget, right, of 1.5 million, what can one actually afford?
So today we are going to do some case studies to share on buyers' affordability and what we can purchase with a 1.5 million budget, assuming that you're eligible to buy an EC. So Aurelle at Tampines is developed by Simlian, a reputable developer who also did Emerald of Katong, Treasure at Tampines, and Tampines Trillion. It's a 99-year project starting from January 2024 with 760 units ranging from 3 to 5 bedrooms, and the expected TOP is at 2028. This site is about 28,000 square meters and have 608 parking lots, 7 EV lots, and 5 accessible lots. So this EC is actually located about 5 minutes walk from Parktown, which is where the bus and interchange is located at.
I see. Moving forward for Parktown Residence, we noted that there are 3 different developers, namely Capital Land Development, whom built one per bank, the Interlace and the Leiden. Whereas as for the 2 other groups, UOL Group, Singapore Land Group, whom jointly developed Watton's House, Mayor Blue and Pine Tree. Now moving forward to the land tenure, the land tenure itself, right, for Parktown Residence actually commenced from October 2023. It's not so far from Aurelle of Tampines, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So the number of units for Parktown is actually near to 1,200. Okay. For the units type, it's actually ranging from 1 plus study up to 5 bedrooms. But the main difference is that, right, Parktown Residence actually has 1 plus study up to 2 plus study. Whereas as for Aurelle of Tampines, there's only 3 to 5 bedrooms.
That's right.
Okay. The expected TOP is actually end 2028 and the site area is 50,679 square meters. For the parking lots itself, there are about 961 lots, 10 EV lots and 7 accessible lots. Whereas now we are talking about the connectivity wise, right? Parktown itself, right? For the MRT and bus interchange, Parktown is connected seamlessly. Now moving forward, we will actually be discussing the location of these 2 projects.
So Aurelle of Tampines, you can see on this map, it's just a short walk away from Parktown. It's about a 5-minute walk and you get access to the amenities and transport. It has a total of 760 units, of which 500 units are 3-bedroom unit types, followed by 232 units of 4-bedroom and only 28 units of 5-bedroom.
Moving forward, as you can see for Parktown Residence, this is actually where it is located at Tampines Street 62. It is also located opposite of Aurelle of Tampines. So, this one, right, the highlighted in the circle, Tampines North Bus Interchange, this is actually temporary.
Yeah.
So in the future, right, when Parktown is actually developed, it will be shifted into it.
That's right. So that plot actually will be residential in future.
Correct. Moving forward, we'll be showing you Parktown Residence chart consisting of 1 to 2 bedrooms type right now. As you can see, they have a total of 655 units. Then for the 3 bedrooms type, they have a total of 408 units. As well, from 4 bedroom to 5 bedroom onwards, there's a total of 104 units. We noted that there's going to be a lot of smaller units as compared to the bigger ones.
Yeah.
So if you have the budget, right, we would strongly recommend you to purchase the 4 to 5 bedrooms just because there is a lower supply and the demand will actually be higher in the future.
Yeah, I think so. So at Aurelle at Tampines, the units are laid out in such a way that despite being very close to the expressway over here, you're actually not facing the expressway directly.
So you mean from the balcony itself of Aurelle of Tampines, right, it won't be facing the expressway?
Yeah, you will actually not be able to see it head on, unlike the units here at Tenet, which is actually facing it directly. Yeah, so this developer took it one step further. They're providing side fins, glass balcony railings, as well as zip lines for the units closer towards the expressway to help mitigate the road noise.
Nice. It sure looks like the developers of Aurelle's, right, has put in quite a lot of thoughts at it.
Yeah, so maybe now we can move on to Parktown.
Sure, let's go.
Wow, Moses, the site plan for Parktown looks massive.
Yeah, indeed. It looks way more messier than as compared to Aurelle of Tampines, right? But let us take a look more at it. Since it is an integrated development, right? The CC itself, the community club, is actually located here. CC, right? Then I feel that it's quite fun for the residents of Parktown as they will be able to participate in more activities together.
Sounds like a lot of fun these days.
Yeah, for sure. And then after which, right, after you are done with your activities and all, you can go on to the hawker center, which will be located around here. Hawker, let me just right now.
Wow, then we can save on Grab fees. Just go downstairs and buy.
Yeah, because
Even
due to the
better.
fact that Grab fees are way more expensive nowadays, right?
Yeah, for sure. Then I think like that, really very good at this location.
Yeah, you just stay up there, you come down and eat. Don't need to go anywhere else already.
What else?
Yeah. So for the bus interchange and MRT station, right? Bus interchange is actually quite a huge plot. It will be somewhere around here. The bus interchange. Okay. Then, whereas as for the MRT, right, it will be somewhere here, the entrance. MRT. So for the residents of Parktown, right, it actually connects you seamlessly.
Yeah, it sounds like everything also have. In fact, I don't even have to bring umbrella out.
Yes, Maida, you don't have to. But then, right, you don't take public transport, correct? Because you
Sounds
drive.
But I think now if it's so convenient, maybe I can save on my car, I can just take public transport.
I think you'll save a lot on that, actually.
Yeah, I think so. So now let's move on to the differences between an EC and a condo. So for Aurelle of Tampines being an executive condo, for the loan they only can use an MSR of only 30%, which means you can only loan a much smaller amount. The eligibility for EC is also much stricter. Each household income cannot exceed $16,000 in total, and they must fulfill the family core nucleus before being able to purchase an EC.
So why not? Does that mean if I were to purchase, it will be very hard? Because if I'm at the age of 35 as a single, I also cannot buy, correct?
For singles, actually, you and up to 3 joint single applicants may be able to buy as a Singaporean, but if just you alone, you cannot buy an EC.
I see. Okay.
As for ABSD, EC buyers do not need to worry about paying ABSD upfront before selling their HDB, because this is based on the assumption that the owners cannot be holding more than one property at a time.
So that means for buyers, they don't need to sell, buy and rent in between, correct?
Yep, so convenient. So you can continue to stay in your HDB until the EC is almost done, and then you start selling it.
Okay.
But you have to take note, because there will be a resale levy for clients who have actually bought a BTO beforehand or have used subsidized housing grants from CPF before for resale properties.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is something that you must definitely take note.
Okay. For condo-wise, right, we take note that for the loan itself, we are looking at a total debt servicing ratio, TDSR, of 55% instead of the MSR of 30%. Okay, so your loan will actually be more significant as compared to EC, which we will be touching on later on. So, moving forward for eligibility-wise, for condos themselves, they do not have any. And for the holding period, as you can see for EC-wise, right, they have a 5 years of minimum occupation periods from the key collection date. So comparing for a condo-wise, when we are looking at the loan, right, we are actually using TDSR, which stands for Total Debt Servicing Ratio. We are using a total of 55% of your income to calculate your loan itself. So your loan will actually be more significant as compared to an EC, which we will touch on later.
Yep.
As you can see for the eligibility wise itself, right, there are none. For holding period, for EC wise, it's actually 5 years minimum occupation period from the key collection date. Whereas as for private, right, it's actually 3 years of seller stamp duty from the exercise date.
So does it mean that if private haven't TOP, also can sell once we pass the 3 years SSD?
Yes, that's right. You can sell after that.
Oh, that's very fast.
Moving forward for ABSD wise, for additional buyer stamp duty, if you currently have more than one property on hand, you will actually be subjected to additional buyer stamp duty for private houses. However, for married couple with matrimonial houses, right, you can actually pay ABSD in cash first and apply for remission within 6 months upon selling of your unit. So as mentioned, for this purpose of the case study, we will be using a married couple. Both are 35 years old and they have a combined income of 16,000. As this is actually a prerequisite of an EC, and we would like to show you what are the available options.
Yes, that's right. So with MSR, you notice that they only can loan up to 981,561, whereas for Parktown, right, with this same income, you can loan up to almost 1.8 million. This means that the actual property price for Aurelle at Tampines, if you were to maximize your loans, right, it's only about 1.3. You cannot go much higher unless you can pay the excess in cash, which we will show you later in the case study. But at Parktown, because of the eligibility of being able to loan up to 1.8 million, so your actual property price can go up to almost 2.4 million.
Wow, why not? Based on these two, right, the maximum purchase price, it does look very significant.
Yeah.
I think we should discuss this more in details, right?
Yes, so I think we should maybe give our viewers an idea of what 1.5 million budget can buy in today's market at these two properties. So using this same case study of this married couple, 35 years old, we actually realized that with a 1.5 million budget, assuming that Aurelle is going to sell at about 16,000 plus PSF, right? They can buy up to a 3-bedroom plus study, which is 926 square feet. Very ideal. Whereas at Parktown, because of the 2,200 plus square PSF, right, we are expecting that they can only buy up to a 678 square feet 2-bedroom premium for the same budget. But something to take note is this: because of the MSR loan, the Aurelle of Tampines buyer have to come up with almost about $500,000, you know, of cash plus
Wow.
CPF, as compared to the condo buyer, which is about 375 only.
Oh, so if we have a budget of 500k cash, right, plus CPF, let us see what are our available options in Parktown as well, shall we?
Sure.
So based on the 500k earlier that we mentioned for our down payment, right, we will be able to purchase a 3-bedroom in Parktown Residence, and the size itself, right, is actually somewhat similar to Aurelle's 3-bedroom compact.
That's right. So with the same amount of down payment, we can actually buy both Aurelle and Parktown. It just boils down to your exit strategy. Because in EC, right, potentially you will make profits, like good profits actually, but it will take you about 8 to 9 years to realize these profits. But if you were to buy a condo, every 3 years after the seller's stamp duty, you have the ability to buy and sell already. So it really depends on whether you want to take on a different approach when it comes to buying and selling your property. So Moses, which one would you prefer?
Well, if it was me, if I am more conservative, right, I will have to wait 8 to 9 years to see potential gains, which I wouldn't mind actually, because the differences in the loan is actually $500,000, which is quite significant, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and I don't want to feel so stressed as well. Yeah, so
It
I
is a
actually
lot,
really don't mind.
Yeah.
That is also assuming if I am eligible for an EC as well.
It's not so easy to be eligible for an EC today,
I know.
right?
A lot of stringent rules and all.
That's right. Okay, but even if you're not eligible for EC, Parktown is still a very viable option for you today, because if you consider that $500,000 of down payment, right, you're still able to buy a 3-bedroom at Parktown. Yeah. So I guess this sums up our case study for today. We hope that this gives you a clear idea of the difference between Aurelle and Parktown, and with this same budget, what you can do. So we hope this gives you a clear view of the difference between buying an EC as well as a condo. And if you have more questions, do reach out to us.
Well, if you are also participating in the upcoming new lawn ballots, right, both of us are wishing you good luck and 恭喜发财,
恭喜发财.
Happy New Year. Till then, see you.